up, you guys? Sydney Morgan here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Glad to have you here. So today, I'm going to be taking a little stroll down memory lane, and we're going to be looking at some of my old special effects makeup looks. So we're going to be taking a look at some of my old special effects makeup looks, and I'm going to be trying to recreate them today. You know, back in the day, prior to TikTok, I had an Instagram account, and it was a makeup Instagram account and like an art account. So I would post, you know, like drawings and paintings and like makeup looks. So this is a while ago, but I had fun with the account. I didn't have a lot of followers or anything. I just posted it because I liked doing makeup and art, and I thought it was fun to share. So, you know, my friends and family followed it. They were supportive. So this account does still exist. However, all of the posts are archived, so don't even try it. Like, don't even try to find it. All of the posts are gone, so you won't find anything. Let's take a look at the first one. Okay, so we're putting some cotton and liquid latex on, of course. Looking like Santa. We got it. We had to have the James palette. You know how it is. Going over with some foundation, some powder, some scab blood, and some more blood. Some creepy poses at the end, period. Okay, so that wasn't that bad, honestly. Like, there's definitely potential there. So we were going for kind of a gory, like, stretched open mouth type of look. So we're gonna be recreating that today with basically the same materials, but with better techniques. The top came off of my paintbrush. That's not good. I just put it back on. No one's gonna know. How would they know? No one's gonna know. I have my paint cup that I dip my brushes in, and I have my actual cup of water that I'm drinking. Don't ask me why they're the same color. I just like to make it challenging on myself. I don't know if any of y'all have ever done this, whether you're an artist or a makeup artist. I've taken a drink out of my paint cup way too many times, and I need to stop doing that. But you know, picking cups that are the same color doesn't really help, so we do what we can here. So I'm gonna be starting with some brown paint, and I'm just gonna kind of sketch out where I want this ripped mouth to be. So I want it to be pretty big, and I want it to go out pretty close to my ears, honestly, just for a better effect. And so in the look that I tried to do a few years ago, I feel like the mouth was way too low, so I'm gonna try and keep it up higher this time and not make the same mistake. So here we go. Wee. Okay, I feel like that's a pretty good place to start. I have the outline mapped out, and now I'm gonna build up around that edge with some cotton and latex. I'm gonna pull my hair back because I really don't want liquid latex in my hair today. So I'm taking my handy dandy cotton balls. So we're just gonna stretch those out so it's kind of higher around the outline. So I'm just tapping around this outline with some latex. Jazzy, please don't. And then I'm taking a tube of cotton that I just pulled apart, and I'm just gonna stick that right on top, like that. And then I'm gonna take more latex on a disposable sponge and just put that over top of the cotton. And then I'm just going back around it with my smaller brush to try and smooth out those edges so it blends to my actual skin. This feels very weird. I'm not gonna be able to move my mouth. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna be able to move my mouth. I'm gonna have my whole mouth covered by the end of this. So I'm just gonna continue doing that for the rest of the outline. I'm gonna continue building that up with the cotton and latex. And I'm still no special effects genius or anything, but I definitely think I've gotten a lot better since the video that we just watched. That was probably 2 years ago, and that's just when I started. Like, that might have even been the first time I ever used liquid latex. And so if you are a beginner with special effects and you want to get into it, the two things that I would recommend are liquid latex and cotton. That's basically, you can do so much with just those two things. And obviously, if you are getting liquid latex, a lot of people have a latex allergy, so make sure you're aware if you have one or not, and if you're not sure, then take a little dab of liquid latex on the back of your hand and wait for a little while and make sure you don't have a reaction to that before you put it all over your face, because that would be really bad. So definitely be careful if you are gonna use liquid latex, and make sure that you have the proper things to remove it as well, because liquid latex can be really hard to get off your face. And I know I'm guilty of ripping off prosthetics with Pros-Aid and liquid latex a lot. Like, if you guys follow me on TikTok, you know that I do a lot of take off my makeup with me's where I just rip liquid latex off of my face, which is bad. I don't recommend doing that. But I do have proper remover now, so if it was to the point where I couldn't get it off or it was gonna hurt me really bad, then I would definitely use my Pros-Aid remover and some... I'll actually show you what I have to take off special effects makeup. This stuff, what is this? IPM, isopropylmyrostate. This stuff is amazing. This takes off liquid latex really well. And also I just got, I can't find it, but it's spray and it's called Pros-Aid remover. I don't know if there's an actual name for it, but that stuff works great to take off Pros-Aid and liquid latex as well. I just used that the other day and honestly, I felt like no pain when I was taking it off, so that's great. I'm definitely gonna keep using that to get off my prosthetics. And I'm not as worried about the inside of the cotton getting blended to my skin as I am about the top half, because obviously the top half is still gonna be exposed when I'm finished, but the inside is gonna be covered up by the rest of the cotton in the mouth and everything. So that's what I'm really focusing on doing right now, is blending that as well as I can with the latex. I literally knew this was gonna happen. I just dipped my paintbrush in the water I was drinking. The world doesn't want me to be hydrated, I guess. I'm gonna take some dark red paint and I'm gonna fill in the inside of this, because after we do all the other stuff, it's gonna be too hard to get through them and under them to paint the underneath. So we're gonna use our brain and we're gonna paint it right now. I don't know why, but painting the inside of this is really satisfying for some reason. I can already tell this is gonna be so much cooler than the first time I did it. I mean, I'd hope so. I feel like I've made a lot of progress as an artist since then. Like I said, I'm no expert at special effects makeup or anything, but like through practice, like you learn what works, and everybody's different. Like what works for me might not work for you, and you know, otherwise with other artists. I'm just showing you guys how I do it. Why do I look like the clown emoji right now? Like, this you? Period. I feel like that looks good. Now I'm just tearing up some more cotton and I'm rolling them into little tubes that look like this. And I'm gonna try and make them as even as possible. And in the picture from the first time I did this, I don't feel like I had enough like lines going down. I only had probably like, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. I'm gonna try and fit more this time. So I'm gonna roll a bunch of these and try and make them the same size. I'm gonna start attaching those with just liquid latex again. And I'm just gonna put a little dot above and a little dot below, like that. And I'm gonna place that like that. But anyways, with that little video I showed at the beginning of me doing this look, that video actually did really well for my little Instagram account with 400 followers. And it got a bunch of views, and so I guess it got on the Instagram Explore page, and actually somebody recreated it and tagged me as the inspiration, and that's the first time that anybody ever recreated my looks, and I felt like so cool after that. Like I literally loved it. And that's crazy because now people recreate my stuff all the time. It's gonna be hard for me to talk after this. Okay, I have half of it done, and I think it's looking great so far, but I have to roll some more cotton because I used more than I thought I was gonna use. After I started doing special effects makeup, I like got a new appreciation for the makeup that they use in horror movies. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but then after I kind of understood it, I started noticing like, oh, that's how they do this in this movie. And I'd watch it again and be like, oh, I never realized they used this to do that makeup look. So I feel like once you understand special effects makeup, then like the makeup in horror films can't scare you anymore, because then you're just like, wow, like they blended the edges of that prosthetic so good. It like kind of ruins it. It like ruins the illusion, like it ruins the magic. Tiptoe by the window. I feel like that looks sick. I don't know why I enjoy stuff like this so much. I'm currently ripping tissue, like literal just like Kleenex tissue, ripping them into strips. And I'm gonna use these strips around the edges one more time, like that, to kind of smooth off where I put the tubes. I'm sticking my tongue out, but you can't tell. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to tear it into a few pieces. I'm sorry about my voice. Tiptoe by the window. I have liquid latex literally everywhere, and I'm just gonna go over top of it. That already looks so much better. And then I'm literally just gonna do another layer of that. Oh my god, why is it the perfect length? I'm gonna try and do that to the top too, but I don't have a whole lot of room under my nose. I just got new liquid latex and I'm already like burning through it because I've been doing a lot of special effects lately. I think that we're done with the latex. Now I'm just gonna have to let this dry for a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to go around all the white parts with my foundation shade to blend that to my skin, so it looks like my mouth is this crazy demon mouth. Period. Ooh, Beautiful. Love that for me. So I just started taking my foundation over the edges of that, and I'm gonna try and blend that to my skin tone. And I don't want to ruin a brush. I have liquid latex all over me. I hope it comes out of my leggings. I'm gonna use this tiny little paintbrush to get these little tubes. I got that all covered up with my foundation, and now I'm just gonna take powder over the entire thing. Now I'm gonna go around the edges of this and kind of make it look like it's bruising or, you know, distressed. So I'm taking some reds, some purples, some greens, because if you look at a bruise, people call bruises black and blue, but honestly there's a lot of like green undertones in there, or especially there is for me. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to be going back through on the inside with some fake blood, and I was going to use my scab blood because I used this the first time and I really like this. But the other day I forgot to put the cap back on it, and now it's all dried out and I'm sad. So look, it's literally dripping already. I'm just going to have to use my stage blood, which is going to drip all over me, but gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, here we go. Don't drip all over me. And I don't want to get it on that either. Yummy. Ew, it's in my mouth. Alright, you guys, that is this torn mouth look all completed, and I think I did a lot better than the original photo. I'll pop it up over here. What do you guys think on a scale of 1 to 10? I would say if the original photo was like a 3, I would say this one is like a 6 or a 7. So we at least doubled. So that's great. There's always room for improvement though. So maybe I'll be recreating this again in like 2 more years. Who knows? But I think it turned out really good and really scary. I hope you guys like my contacts. And obviously I changed the backdrop to red, you know, dramatic effect and all. But yeah, do I look scary? Grr. I think we did a great job, except I have a bunch of fake blood in my mouth and it tastes horrible. So I am gonna go take this off, and then I'll be right back to do the next look with you guys. Okay, I'm back, and I have my little hoodie blanket on now because, you know, I got cold or whatever, and my face is kind of stained red from that look, which, you know, that's great. We expected that. So I'm just gonna put on some more foundation and try and cover up this red beard situation that I have going on. And I still have some latex like stuck to my face, but it's fine because we're gonna be going in with some more latex anyways. I think that kind of helped. Okay, so let's look at the next video that we're gonna be recreating. So similar to what I just did, you know, I sketched out where I wanted the latex to go with some brown. We're just building up that edge with some cotton and latex. That was a big sponge to use to blend it out. Oh, no, we're not gonna blend it out. We're just gonna leave it just like that. Covered it up with some foundation. Now we're filling in the inside with some rainbow colors, which that's fun. Cute. Some fake blood. Some more shading. At least I shaded this one. The first one on the other one, I did not add any shading to. Okay, cute. So basically I did like 3 wounds on my head, and I did rainbow on the center of it because that's when I just started doing special effects makeup, and I didn't want them all to be gory and scary. So I was like, how could I practice special effects but make it less scary? So I just added a rainbow to it. That's literally me now though. Like I add glitter to everything I do. So, you know, I just gotta add that rainbow too. And that one is alright. Like I don't feel like that one was that bad. The video quality was definitely rough, but the actual look itself was not terrible, other than the latex I did not blend very well at all. So now that I'm gonna recreate this, I would use scar wax. I feel like that would be better, but since I used the latex in the original look, I kind of want to do the exact same stuff this time. So very, very similar to the look we just did. I'm gonna start mapping it out with some brown water activated paints. I'm probably gonna pull my hair back again. Only halfway though. How bad does that, oh. Does that look bad? Yeah. I mean, it does, but like, do I care? No, not really. So we're just gonna leave it like this. Cute. And I'm literally in a hoodie blanket. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is going great. I'm gonna take my cotton again and pull that apart and form it into little tube shapes to be the outline of the wounds. So I'm just taking this liquid latex, and dabbing that around the brown line. Okay, and I'm just sticking cotton to that and going over it with latex again and smoothing down the edges so it blends seamlessly. So I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing everywhere else. Why does special effects makeup smell so bad? Like, it smells like all the chemicals in here right now. This is awfully close to my hairline. If I have to rip out my baby hairs from liquid latex again, like they just started growing back. And so the video from my old Instagram account that we watched on this one had a whopping 1,200 views. Wow, absolutely groundbreaking stuff right there. It's just like so funny to look at because obviously like I was posting those videos for me. Like I wasn't posting them to get like 100,000 views or anything. I was just posting them because I like doing makeup. And now look at me, like I'm posting stuff and people actually look at it. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. Okay, they're all done now. This one's pretty dry. This one definitely not dry. So I'm gonna take my foundation and go over this and blend it to my skin. And then as the other two dry, I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing to those. I just put some powder over it and I took some tweezers and lifted the inside edge out from my skin a little bit to give it that dimension. Like I also did that in the previous video and that was actually a good thing. Like that works very good. So yay pass, Sydney. Great job, you're doing amazing, sweetie. These are taking forever to dry. This one is taking so long to dry, but I'm gonna start going in the other ones with the rainbow colors. And in the original video, I used eyeshadow and I was debating whether I wanted to use eyeshadow or face paint because obviously the face paint would be like more pigmented, but it would also be harder to blend. So we're just gonna go with eyeshadow again. So I just did the red and these two, and we're just gonna continue down the rainbow. In those videos, my backdrop was literally a white bed sheet that I would tape to the wall in my parents' bathroom. So I literally took a bed sheet out of the closet and taped it with duct tape to the wall. It was very wrinkled. I didn't care. I thought it looked great. And I used that as a backdrop and I felt, you know, so professional. But it be like that sometimes. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh my gosh, period. This looks so cute. And this one is still not freaking dry. My caption was, I think it was, the rainbow from within. Oh my god, she's so creative. I feel like this is what my skeleton looks like. If someone went and cut me open, it would just be a rainbow inside. And there'd probably be some glitter in there too. I wouldn't be surprised. There might even be like a leprechaun in there or like a unicorn. I don't really know. Now that we are all rainbow-fied, I'm gonna go around and shade it a little bit and add some more dimension and some bruising basically around the rainbow wounds. But the bruising is not gonna be rainbow. The bruising is just gonna be normal bruising, which I guess that's not that fun. I'll be right back. So I just went around those edges with a fluffy blending brush and I took a darker brown, the closest to it, and then blended it out with a lighter, warmer tone brown. It's blended really bad because I didn't wait for it to dry, but like ignore that. The other ones look super cute. Now all I have to do is add some fake blood and pop some contacts in, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I am back. As you can see, I put on the fake blood, popped some contacts in, and I added a red lip because in the original photo I had a red lip. So here's how it turned out. I'll put the original photo up over here. How do we think I did? On a scale of 1 to 10, what do we rate it? Honestly, I think the first one was like, I don't know, like a 4 or a 5. I'd give it a 5. I'll give the first one a 5. And then I give what I have now like a 7. So I feel like there was less of a difference between this look from back in the day and now than the look with the torn out mouth, because I think that one, the original, was a lot worse. So there was a lot more potential for growth there. And I pretty much did the same exact thing that I did the first time. But yeah, I love this concept still. I came up with this myself. I never saw anybody else do this before. And I thought it was cute, you know, like the rainbow from within. That takes us to the end of this video, you guys. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a brand new video. And comment down below which of the two looks was your favorite. Until next time, see ya!